Dear human, dear soul, I welcome you to my podcast series Conversations with the Universe. Since a near-death experience, I have the gift to communicate with the subtle energies of the cosmos. This happens in a form of deep meditation in which I ask certain entities of the world beyond to communicate with me. As one of the first contacts with the other world, my old friend and teacher, friend of the Indians, showed himself to me, and it is now a great pleasure for me to introduce you to these conversations as a supplement to the books. Please excuse me if the terms and our articulations are not perfect. Our mother tongue is German, but we try to translate it to the best of our ability. Thank you for understanding. Dear friend of the Indians, what would you like to teach us about the subject of consciousness and perception?
The consciousness of each person is determined by the evolution of his soul. Souls that are pure and clear, or have become pure and clear again, perceive cosmic existence completely differently from souls that have become contaminated. Expansion and clarity, concentration and focused interaction with the different levels of being will all become possible as soon as the soul has developed the requisite purity and strength. The consciousness of a being is therefore the determining factor for its perception.
Could you say that those humans whose souls have become contaminated perceive life very differently from those who purify and who dedicate their lives to the further purification of their soul?
You could say that, yes. Consciousness follows the clarity of perception.
Please describe to me the two most extreme forms of perception. How do people who are contaminated perceive life, and how do people who have become very pure perceive it?
You can put it another way. The people who have less consciousness simply perceive life and all that it entails very close to life, and hence as very difficult. Those people who have consciousness and who know that they are much, much more than just a body, they perceive life as the greatest gift of the cosmos. And with that, all has been said that needs to be said.
I understand. Please give the people another description of what exactly it means to have a contaminated consciousness or a pure consciousness. Because there are people who believe that they are purifying themselves in some way, but that they are really doing is strengthening their ego consciousness. Can you point out the difference between these two components a little bit more clearly, please?
I will be happy to. The ego has a kind of consciousness, but ultimately this is just the mask of your human components. The consciousness of the soul is far more knowledgeable and lives far longer than the consciousness of the ego, whose only concerns are the selfish human goals. But the consciousness of the soul allows you to see the world through different eyes, through the eyes of a limitless power.
I understand. From your limited human perception, you move into the unlimited perception of existence and you look at life from a far wider perspective, no longer short-sighted but whole being-sighted. You could say that, couldn't you?
Yes, that is exactly what I mean. I thank you for your supportive words. Through the eyes of the soul, the perception of your environment, your life, your connections, your choices, your thoughts, your expansion, all that you are and that you live, is just one stage in the eternal unfolding of being instead of limited existence.
And if you look at life through eternal eyes, you surely have a different attitude toward each moment of your life and life as a whole, right? You are surely more grateful and brave. Which energies are involved in this?
All the energies that a soul possesses are involved in this, but especially the energy of connection. For if you know that you feel and live eternity, you know that you are eternal, as are the traces that you leave behind.
Would you like to tell me more about this?
We have captured the essential, dearest. There is not a lot to say about this. It is as it is. This is this. Your perception is more pure and therefore joyful and loving, or it's negative and contaminated. With that, all has been said. If you perceive life as heavy and negative, you have become contaminated, and you should change that, because as soon as you begin to purify, your life will become lighter, more loving, more energetic, and wonderful.
That's wonderful. I understand. Would you like to add anything else to this?
No.
And what would you like to talk about next?
Our next subject will be initiation.
Wow. I'm very much looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. Love.